We've all heard the marketing about free checking at financial institutions, but is it really free? Today I have Bruce Thompson with me from National Bank of Commerce to help us understand what free checking means. And Bruce, what can we expect with a free checking account?
Well, free checking really evolved from consumer demand for a more simple account that just provided the basic services for paying bills. And so what you can expect with a typical free checking account is that you would have no monthly maintenance charges, you'd have no minimum balance on the account, and you'd also have to give up something relative to the detail in your statement. All of the check numbers would be listed there, but you're likely not to receive the images on your statement.
Now, what if we need that image for a dispute?
Well, if you need the image, you can always get it from the bank by calling the bank. Now, that's an added service. The banks have them stored on an optical disc, and they can retrieve them and forward them on to you. They may or may not charge for that service.
Now, does the free checking accounts pay any interest? That's a big question for some people.
Yeah, typically they don't, and that's another reason the bank can afford to provide them for free, in that they don't pay any interest out. Now, in today's market, the interest that's paid on checking is almost a nuisance for most people because it's so small. And the value of having the checking account without a monthly maintenance fee is typically far more valuable to the consumer.
Okay, what about the electronic and debit card features? Are they included with free checking?
When they first came out, they weren't because they were new, but now that the electronic and debit card features of accounts are so much more beneficial to the bank for people to use, the banks really are encouraging more of it, and we actually save quite a bit of money by having people utilize those services. So usually with a free checking account, you bundle and get those electronic and debit card services with them.
Are there any charges if the account becomes overdrawn?
Yeah, typically when an account is overdrawn, that's not maintaining the account in the proper manner, and so that is an extra charge. Of course, we'll face a charge whether the bank pays the item or whether they return the item. That is not part of the free checking.
And what would you suggest if someone has an interest in free checking?
Well, I would suggest that if you do get monthly maintenance fees on your checking account and you basically use it for paying bills and don't use it a lot, that you should contact your financial institution and ask if they have a free checking option.
Okay, thank you very much, Bruce. And if you have a question for our Money Minute experts, log on to northlandsnewscenter.com and drop us an email, or send your questions to Money Minute, Northlands News Center, 246 South Lake Avenue, Duluth, 55802.